Hello and welcome to Magic the Gathering. Practice makes progress. So I am building a deck. Basically, I figured it's probably about time that I do a stream of consciousness style deck building thing. I didn't miss it, but I didn't play as much Wilds of Eldraine as I probably would have liked. Though I will admit the set was not as interesting as I thought it was going to be, which was my own personal opinion. It's just like some cards give me feelings and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, Wilds of Eldraine was pretty nice, but not quite there. So I'm kind of seeing where Ixalan is at. So I am. Here we go. So I've kind of put decks to kind of like gather-ish kind of thing. So here's the deck that I'm starting to build currently. So what I did was I went through all of my red, green, and artifacts cards and just put them all here. So you'll notice for a standard deck, I have 138 cards. Obviously not what I wanted, but I wanted to kind of set up cards that I was like, oh, I kind of want to try playing this today. I want to try putting this in this deck. And I just put all of them in the deck, kind of like you do in draft, and then start building a deck from there. So, first and foremost, let's check out our lands. So I put in 9 mountains and 9 forests because I wanted to have a nice balanced red-green deck. Let me think. I prefer red, mono red solely. I love the attack power that I get with mono red. I feel confident in it. I understand more of how it works. I feel less lost through it, if that makes sense to some extent. It's hit, constantly just hit everything. Now I know there's a little bit more finesse that you can put into red, but I find that red is very, if you've ever seen like Chandra, it's very like punch heavy, and I like that. It's there's not a lot of thought that you have to go into punching. Just hit as much as you possibly can, do as much damage as you quickly can, and keep growing as you do more damage, you know? However, it also leaves me pretty vulnerable to late stage gameplay. So I've noticed when I was playing with Drake Karama, or playing against him anyway, my rival and partner in crime, so to speak, I noticed that if the game lasts longer than 10 rounds, which inevitably more often than not it does, if the game lasts longer than 10 rounds, I get a little screwed, especially when it comes to mana production. If I'm not lucky in mana production, then it doesn't go really well. If I am lucky, then I get this unfortunate part where then I'm like, okay, so how do I best utilize hit heavy when now I'm at late stage and the opponent has built up enough stamina, so to speak, to hit me hard all at once. So if I'm hitting in small punches over the course of whatever, or over the course of 10 rounds, if they don't increase or they don't take them out quickly, it doesn't happen. So I figured the next one down is like green. Green for me personally is like red. It's very heavy on the hits, but it allows for more of that build factor that I think I personally miss in red decks, that I don't necessarily see in them. But it's kind of like I was telling someone earlier, I'm not a very good team player, right? I can play in team sports, and I'm actually decent in the process of it, but I'm not much of a team player. I tend to be very good at solo stuff, solo lone wolf or whatever it is. Not to say that I can't be on a team or anything like that. I just tend to be much better solo, like work by myself, rather than group projects kind of thing. However, there is strength in numbers, so to speak. So pulling green for me feels like tapping into team style play, where like pulling on reliance and alliances and all that kind of stuff help to kind of push forward the lead character, so to speak. So my red deck gets enhanced by the team that's founding it or something like that. That's how green feels to me. At least that's how it feels in this context. So that, with that in mind, that's how I'm building my deck, with that all in tow. So that's my mountain forest. Decided to add Copperline Gorge, Rockfall Vale, Rugged Highlands, which gives me 1 life at the start of when I put on the battlefield, and wooded ridgeline. So that I believe is a pretty decent chunk of like what my deck is going to be. That is 22 lands to play with, and I think that is a decent amount. I think I probably could add one more land each, and that might ensure that I get a really nice balance. Actually, I'm gonna do that. If there's one thing I know that I'm terrible at, it's mana production. So maybe 20 and then 4. So 24, I believe is at the top end. I believe it's too high, or not too high. I believe it's a little on the, just at the tip of where it needs to be. Let's start with that and we'll build from there. Okay, so of my 1 cards. So I have 54 red, I have 66 greens, and 24 lands, and 4 artifacts. So I should be pretty decent on that one. So let's start with my lowest cards and see what I can come up with. Actually, let me see what my Hari cards are. What are my big hitters that I have? My biggest hitters, nothing is more than 4 mana in this deck. As a kind of like intermediate beginner, Drake advised that if it's 4 mana, that's the highest I should go, just to get used to being able to work with mana production. So I added stimulus package. When a stimulus package enters the battlefield, create 2 treasure tokens. So I'm going to have some treasure token decks in here to create a green-white citizen, which is fine for me. And then have elf warrior. Whenever they become tapped, or another creature you control gets XX, where X is the number of basic land types you control. Now that seems pretty handy to me, so I'm definitely going to keep those 2. Now, Storm of the Seed Core. Distribute 4 1/1 counters amongst up to 4 creatures you control. They gain Vigilance and Trample till end of turn. Now, I don't think I need 2 of those. I think it's a handy card, but I think for its cost, I don't think I need 2 of them. So let me get to... I put both of them out, unfortunately. I meant to only put 1. Get to the end of my... thing here. Oh, was it only green? I thought it was... Maybe it was only green. Oops. Let's go to the 4s of green and put 1 back in. I also play no spiders in my deck. I just can't do it. I think the first thing I need to learn how to do is to be able to remove cards from my deck. Where did it go? Oh well. Alright, so I'll go ahead and just say, well, that mistake happened. It sucks, but no love, no loss. Like I said, for the cost that it was, I don't think I needed 2 of them. And to be perfectly honest, I probably don't need it at all. It's handy, but I would rather have things that built up as opposed to end of turn. I just find, personally for me, I can see its helpfulness, but it's also kind of one of those things where it's like, I'd rather you just stay strong. Okay, so we have Sarth Viper's Fang, legendary creature, human warlock. Other tapped creatures have death touch. And the untapped ones have hexproof. And then if I play a mana and tap it, I untap a creature or a land. Okay. So when I put this in, I might have switched them around by accident, where I read that tapped creatures have hexproof and untapped gets death touch, which honestly, to be perfectly honest, would be, I think, way too powerful of a card now that I think about it. Hexproof isn't bad. Death Touch is better. But I think I'd have to play around with it. I don't think I like... I mean, Death Touch is great. I do think that. But if it's on a tapped creature, unless like somehow that tapped creature can do anything, I'm not going to be able to use it. So I'm going to remove that from my deck too. Fertilid's Favor. Let's see. That's a 4. It's an instant. Target player searches their library for a basic land, puts it on the battlefield tapped, and shuffles. Put 2 1/1 counters on a target creature or artifact. I'm going to keep one of those. Oh, I just clicked on this side and that got rid of one of them. Cool. Yeah, because for 4... By the time I get to this part, this is definitely a good one to have, I think, personally. Toward the end, when I definitely need to have something that would possibly give me mana. But it costs 4 mana just to look for one as well. So it's not the greatest end game. It's an okay mid game, I think. So I think only one of them is necessary in order to help move things along. And the 2 counters is the one thing that saves it. Capenna Express, I just like this. Drake's given me this card in another deck, and I like the card. I just need to figure out how to use it properly. So I'm going to put it in there I'm going to keep it, I should say, as a way to learn, because I'm terrible at it. Okay, we have a Saga. Search up to 2 basic cards. Absolutely. I just keep Sagas. I love Sagas. I don't know if I need 4 Sagas is the question. Let me see. For 4 mana, I think only 1 is necessary. All right. For 4 mana, I cast a Saga. I lose 4 mana, so that's why I was like, you know what? I think only 1 is okay. But getting 2 basic forest cards onto my hand is not a bad thing either when mid-game comes around. So that's why I think 1 is a good idea to keep it. But not enough to keep 2, because I don't want to lose that 4 mana over and over again. That would really limit my capabilities. Urabask, Phyrexian Praetor. First strike. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, it deals 1 damage to target opponent. Add mana, and then add red. And then when you pay that, you exile them, return it to the battlefield transformed, activate only as a sorcery, and only if you've cast 3 or more instant spells this turn. So I'd have to have casted 3 spells in order to make this work. It is a Saga, and then the Saga, it deals 3 damage to each opponent and each creature they control, 3 treasure tokens, and you may cast from my graveyard. Exile instead. Exile the great work to return it to the battlefield front face up. Okay, so I like the card first off because it's for 4 you get 4, so 1 mana per thing is pretty nice. First strike's pretty nice, and you get an extra mana, I believe. And it kind of does that Scorch Spitter, cast an instant, deal damage. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that one. Twin Shot Sniper, gets reach, deals 2 damage once it enters. You channel it, discard, and then it deals damage. I'm not good at sacrificing, discarding, but it has reach though, so I don't think it's a bad thing to have on standby. But only 1. I don't need 2. All right, Grabby Giant, create a treasure token, which is very handy in general. And then it has reach, and I can sacrifice an artifact to draw a card. So this one's interesting. I like the card with the treasure token, but I don't think I would. Well, actually, 4/3 is not. Sorry, 4/3 is not a bad one either to be able to have reach and whatnot. I'm just never going to sacrifice it. So a 4/3 creature, actually, I think is a good idea. Dinotomaton. Menace. I love Menace. It's my favorite thing to have. When it enters the battlefield, target a creature gains Menace until end of turn, which for 4 power at 3 life, I think that's pretty good to keep. Okay, big score. As additional cost, discard a card, create 2 cards, or sorry, draw 2 cards and create 2 treasure potions. I love this one, but I don't need 4 of them. 2, I believe, is enough for card deck manipulation, to be able to get cards and to rotate through my deck more quickly. I think 2 of them is a good idea, but we'll come back to that. Let's see. Atushi the Blazing Sky. Flying and trample, which honestly helps. When it dies, I can either create 3 treasure tokens or exile the top 2 cards in my library. Play them until end of turn. For 4, having flying is not bad. Ardent Elementalist. Return an instant from my graveyard. Absolutely keeping that, no doubt about it. Okay, so that's that so far. So let's go ahead and move this down so I can see. Okay. First strike, vigilance, and haste for 3 and 1 of each. Whenever a creature you control deals damage, if that creature entered this turn, draw a card. And for 2/3 at the cost of 3, with those 3 things, yeah, I see no reason not to get rid of it. I don't like the extra power it particularly has, but at the same time, if I have enough haste creatures, done. You know? Okay, so then we have Miglaw's Maze Crutcher. Has 5 oil counters. The oil counters I'm like new to, so it's gonna take me a second to get used to them. Let's see. Play 1 mana, remove an oil counter, it gains vigilance until end of turn. Remove 2, it gets +2/2 till end of turn. Remove 3 and 3 mana. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. It's a 4/4 for 3 on its own, by the way. Right off the bat. So it's not a bad thing to have just as a creature. And then those things you pay for it is not a bad thing either. You can do all of them at some point. So you can start off with 3 to destroy a target artifact or enchantment, and then just do 2 and then 1. So I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna keep that one. For 3 mana, yeah, I think so. Tribute to the World. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card if its power is 3 or greater. Otherwise, put 2 counters on it. I like that. Slow Climber. Alliance. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you gain a point. That's a given. Alright, Elf Warrior. Backup 1. When this creature enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on a target creature. If that's another creature, it also gains the abilities on this card until end of turn. So it gets Death Touch the moment that it enters the battlefield. Yep. That's a keeper. Jewel Thief, Vigilance and Trample. It creates a treasure token. Not bad. Fog of War. Let's see. Gain 1 life. Oh yeah. So this is handy. I think I only have 1 of these. That's why I put all the maximums in there just in case, because I was like, oh, then I can be like, oh, I only want 1, and then I wouldn't have to search my whole thing again. But I think I only have 1 of these, which is a good one. It's a nice spell. Anything that lets me control crushing things, yes. Broken Rings, destroy things, yes. Any instant spells that helps me to destroy. So yeah, destroy a creature flying or destroy a target enchantment. I think having 2 of those is a good one. Unruly Catapult. If I tap, it deals 1 to each opponent. Whenever you cast an instant or a spell, which I have some, I would be able to untap it, and then I could retap it again, or I could use it as defense. Not a bad one for 3, but I don't know if I need 2 of them. It's handy, but I think I have other cards that I could play that would help that a little bit more. Sorcery deals 2 if it's a creature and can't block. Incubate 1. Let's see. Red Cap Thief. I had a couple of these. Create a treasure token. Rebel Salvo. Deals 5 damage to a creature, or... Why did I put this in here? Oh, because it has a, you know what? It has the affinity for equipment. This spell costs less for each equipment you control. I think that's why I put it in there, but I don't think I want it. Flick a coin. Deals 1 damage to any target, which, to be perfectly honest, if you've ever been flicked by a coin, yes. I would keep 2 of those. Chandra Dress to Kill, absolutely. It's one of my favorite alt cards. What you call alternate art cards that I have in my physical copies. I love it. It's so pretty. I'm keeping that. That is a given. All right, then we have for 3 menace equipment spells cost 1 less to cast. Activated abilities of equipment you control that target are 1 less to activate. I don't know. Excuse me, I don't know. Let's keep it for now and see. Welcome to Sweet Tooth. I like Saga, so that just stays by default. When Tough Cookie enters the battlefield, create a food token. That was good to me. Let's see, tapping at the window. I can reveal a creature card from among them and put them in my graveyard, put the rest into a thing, and then I can flashback that. So yeah, that's a really good one. Sporeback. Sporeback is not bad for 2. As long as it's your turn, it gets an additional 2 toughness. I don't think that's a bad trade-off. Let me see. I think there might be better cards though. Let me see. Return to nature. Choose 1, absolutely. Reclusive taxidermist. I have 4 in here for some reason. Let's see. Gets 3/2 as long as there are 4 more creatures in your graveyard. Oh, that's why. Because, yeah, I don't need 4 of them. But I think at 2 mana cost, that's not a bad one to kind of come into it. Dryad Warrior. Whenever you cast a creature spell, put it on here. I'm going to go ahead and say that I have better ones right off the bat. Plummet, destroy a creature flying. I'll keep 2 of those in my deck just as a general, just in case. Mulch. Oh, sorry. Ozolith, the Shattered. If 1 or more 1/1 counters will be put on an artifact or creature, that many +1 counters are put on it instead. If I have 2 mana and tap it, put a 1/1 counter on a target artifact or creature you control, activate as a sorcery, and I can cycle the cost to discard this card and draw a card. So I could pay 2 mana to get a different card. Okay. I'll think about it. Mulch. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Put all lands into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. I'm going to keep 2 of those. Let's see. Instant. Target creature gets +2/2 till end of turn. If you control 3. Oh, I put this in there for that Coven to draw a card. I don't think I want that. I mean, I do want the draw card, but I don't need to pay 2 for that one. I have enough to move around for that. Let's see. Instant. Master's Rebuke. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker that you don't control. Okay, so this is an instant spell, which is nice. Galagreater's Alliance. Whenever another one enters the battlefield, choose tap token, treasure token, or counter, treasure token, or 2 life. Okay. Explorer's Cachet has counters on it. Whenever a creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it dies, put a counter on the Cachet. Tap it, move a 1/1 counter onto a target creature as a sorcery. Yeah, I like that. I mean, I have counters here. I believe I was looking at a bunch of them. So if I don't have a lot of counters, Explorer's Cachet doesn't help me. But I think I have some. Let's see. Target creature, Colossal Growth, gets 3/3 till end of turn. If it was kicked, give it 4/4 and trample and haste till end of turn. Oh, that's why, because I put that one. So I would pay it, then kick it. I'm gonna take one of those. Civic Gardener. Untap a target creature or land. I keep 2 of those because that's pretty handy. Blanchwood Prowler. Mill 3 cards. You may put a land card from the cards you milled into your hand. If you don't, put a counter on it. There it is. Okay. So I was like, I know I have more counters. Bite down. Target creature gets deals damage equal to its power to target creature, planeswalker you don't control. Bestial Bloodline. Enchant creature. Nah. Bamboo Grove Archer, Defender, and Reach. If I channel it for 5, discard it, destroy a target creature with flying. I think I have enough. I have enough for that, but I will keep it just for its reach capabilities. Saga. I'm going to keep that one. Attended Socialite. Another creature into the battlefield. It gets 1/1 till end of turn. No, thank you. Atrax's Fall. Destroy anything. I'm sorry. Destroy artifact, battle, enchantment, or creature. Just literally destroy anything. That's literally the card. I have 2 of them. I absolutely will keep that. It's like having shock. Alright, so let's see. Yavimaya, Steel Crusher. Enlist means a creature attacks you may tap a non-attacking creature without summoning sickness. When you do, add its power to... Oh, that's why. I put it for Enlist, and I don't think I want that in this deck. Twinferno. When you cast your next instant or sorcery, copy that spell, choose new targets, or target creature gets... Alright, this is good for kind of sort of mid-game. So you have Thrill of Possibility, discard a card, yeah, I need that. Okay, so Smoldering Egg, I only need 1. I think. I still have to get through 60 cards, so yeah, I think is a pretty good one. Pickrit Ruiner is cute. Lightning Strike, just, yeah, keep that one. Flame Channeler, when you spell control does damage, transform them into this. Let's see, remove flame counters, exile the library, play in turn. Flame, it's handy. I have lots of damage spells, so yeah. Let's see, I don't need 3 electrostatic infantry. I definitely don't need 3 of them. But having, it's kind of like Spellgorger weird. Having that still be able to have a 1/1 counter for spells, yeah, I think 2 of those is a good idea. I don't need Dwarven Forge Chanter. Cathartic Pyre, absolutely. I've been playing with that for a long time, so keeping that. Bitter Reunion, and keeping 2 of it for that matter. Bitter Reunion, discard a card. If so, draw 2 cards. Okay, that's... I remember why I did that. But I don't... no. Just because it's... Yeah, no. I just don't think it's one that I would play. Not effectively. I think I could. It's more like I think for 2 mana with the cards that I currently have, it would start being a waste. Because I'm not really trying to build a deck that I can discard easily. So the more discard a card situations I have, the worse the deck becomes. I could be wrong. Told to Admirer, let's see, is Ward 2. At a cost of 1, that's not too shabby. Snarling Wolf, same way. Fang of Shigeki, Death Touch, absolutely keep that. Death Sprout Bonnet, I just think it's adorable. Until you transform it, then it's not so adorable. Mill a card. 3 or more in the graveyard, transform it. If not, then I get a 1/1. I think I could hold out to get it. For 1, I could possibly have the chance at a 3/3. That's not a bad deal. Bushwhack. Search for a basic land. I literally only get Bushwhack for the land. I can use the second one, I'm sure, but definitely better with the land one. Till end of turn, target non-creature artifact you control becomes a 4/4 artifact creature. No, I don't think so. Machino Batch Rider. If it was kicked, it enters the battlefield with counters on it. Oh, right, because I was building counters as it goes. The more counters I have, some of the other ones that have counter... what's the word? The section here. Markings, when the counters affect it. I only need one though, I think. Torch the tower. It deals 2 damage. If it was bargain, you do that and you scry. I think it's the exile that I kept it for. Yeah, I think that's why. I kept it for the exile. Deals 1 damage to each opponent and the creature they control. Yeah. Strangle deals 3 damage. Sticky Fingers, enchant the creature. It has create a treasure token, draw a card. Not a bad one, but I think I can go without. Let's see, Reinforced Ronin. At the beginning of your end step, Reinforced Ronin is returned to my hand. And then I could cast it again with more haste. That's what, okay, that's why I kept it. Okay. Playing with fire, there's 2. Yep. Saga, keeping. Goldhound, I love keeping. Flamebest Bolt deals 2 damage to target a planeswalker, exile it instead. Experimental Synthesizer. How do I still have 112 cards in my thing? I'm gonna get rid of Experimental Synthesizer and then figure out how on earth I still have that many. Oh, because I have a bunch. Alright, let me see what I have for the ones that are here. So first off, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do 9 of each. I think that'll still be good. I think I have enough that will be like draw mana or draw a mana land card. I'm like, yeah, okay, I got that. Big score. Keep that. Crushing Canopy. Let's see what my breakdown is. So I have 40 creatures and 47 non-creatures. So I think maybe I can... adjust my non-creatures. So let's see. Maybe I can look at first off just my spells. Because I usually tend to have a lot of spells. This is a 3. You know what? This one, yeah, I only need 1 flick a coin. That's a start. Social Climber. Social Climber is nice because it gives me 1 life anytime I get battle. Anytime anyone enters the battlefield. That's not bad. Draw 2 cards, create 2 treasure tokens. Yeah, I think I'll have one of those. Two Social Climbers, 2 Crushing Canopies. I still think that's a good idea. Trying to decide. Mulch. So what's mulch? Put 4 in my hand. Okay. Now I'm keep that because, like I said, you know, actually, let's see. I have have broken wings, 2 crushing canopies, target enchantment or flying, enchantment or flying. Where is it? Master's Rebuke, plummet. Let's do one crushing canopy, 1 broken wings, and 1 plummet. Let's see. I'm gonna do 1 mulch. Civic Arthur can stay. Oh, I have 2 Azusa's Many Journeys. Play an additional land this turn. Oh, yeah. No, I only need 1 of those. Atraxas Fall. Destroy everything. I think keeping 2 of those is a good idea. Okay, so Twinferno is the one that was kind of getting me a little bit. But I think I'm still going to keep it. 1 of those. Smoldering Egg. I have lots of spells. Okay. I'll keep Smoldering Egg. Lightning Strike. I'll do 2 of those. The highlights literally can't go. I literally am like, can't go wrong with I can't go wrong with 3 lightning strikes. I just can't. Alright. Electrostatic Infantry. I just need 1. Cathartic Pyre. I just need 1. Tolls to Admirer. I'm gonna go with 1 Death Sprout. Bushwhack. I'm gonna go with 1 of those. I have several. Excuse me. I have several of the mana manling ones. Let's see. Reinforced Ronin. I actually don't like Reinforced Ronin that much. Play with Fire and Scry. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep Kumo. Flameless Bolt, and we're back at the beginning again. So we're down to 97 cards. A nice balance, I think, between non-creatures and creatures, especially since the non-creature ones are spells that enhance the major creatures. Let me see. I'm gonna get rid of Colossal Growth. Let's see. And Master's Rebuke. Blades Graft Aspirant. I'm gonna get rid of Twin Slot Sniper. If I have a lot that's taking flying creatures out of the sky, I don't think I have to worry too much about having a lot. I still want reach, but I don't need a lot of reach. So let me see. So, Raja Coalition Warlord. Whenever it becomes tapped, another creature gets X, where it's the number of basic land types among the lands you control. That's not nothing. Okay. Let's see. Enter. I'm gonna get rid of Grabby Giant. I can see why it was so much easier to create commander decks. Suddenly 60 cards. Like I've been working with commander decks for so long that 60 cards suddenly seem so small. Okay, Red Cap Thief is handy. I'm gonna get rid of Tough Cookie. Start Sporeback Wolf. Snarling Wolf. Looking at my cards doesn't look like I even have a lot. I have 89 cards. Alright, let's do 2 lightning strikes. Let's get rid of Picnic Ruiner. Get rid of Blanchard Prowler. Bite down. One social climber. Yeah, actually, like one of all of those. All right. At this point, now I think we can start just looking at which one we actually want. So, let's see. Urbrask I'm going to keep. Dynatomaton I'm going to get rid of. Let's see. Fertilid's Favor for 4. Put 2 target. I like being able to have that. I'm gonna get rid of Stimulus Package. One Atraxas Fall. How's my deck looking? I have 26 creatures. Okay, I have lots. Yep, alright. Let's bring it back down some more. So I need to figure out what creatures and... Oh, wait, what did I say it was? Non-creatures, the creatures. So let's focus primarily then on... Let's see. Let's do Play with Fire. Get rid of that. I'm going to keep Fang and Shigeki because having one with Death Touch is not. It's gonna go away really fast. Like there's no doubt about it. So having two of it's kind of handy. There's a take you down with me kind of scenario. Lightning strike, same thing, deals just 3 damage. Like you just can't go wrong for 2. Thrill of Possibility, draw 2 cards. It's kind of a great one for 2 mana. Twinferno. I'll go ahead and say let's get rid of Twinferno before anything else. Let's go ahead and get rid of Explorer's Cache. I do like Explorer's Cache, I do very much. But I think I'd rather have the 2 that lets me to manipulate lands, mana that I have or untap creatures on my field, as opposed to like, you know, kind of the treasure tokens, or the treasures kind of thing. Reclusive Taxidermist. This isn't really, I think, good. Because I'm fairly certain by the time that this would show up, I would have 4 or more creatures in my thing. That being said, actually, one might be a good thing because it also depends too. I have 2 mana. I might as well use it when I have it. Let's see. Jewel Thief creates a treasure token. It's okay. Serpent Blade has backup, puts a counter on another creature. Tribute to the world. Draw a card if it's 3 or greater. It's an enchantment, so that's good to keep. Get rid of my lands. Actually, now that I think about it, what do I got? Copper Gorge. Enters tapped unless you have that. Unless you have that. Rugged Highlands ends with 1 life. Enters battlefield tap. I'm gonna get rid of Rugged Ridgeline. I mean, like the other 2, 1 gives me life, and the other 2, if I have lands already, will come in as a land. It comes in tap unless you own 2 or fewer. This one's 2 or more. So I'd have to have it early. Oh, I see. I might have... when you misread something. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or less. So if I have no lands, it can come right away. If I own 3 lands, it's going to come in tapped. Okay. Yeah, I'll get rid of that too. Okay, so... Ardent Elementalist. I like having the sorceries come back. Let me see. You know what? I like it, but the reason I was saying keeping it before was it's 3 mana for First Strike, Vigilance, and Haste. And it still is. Alright, let's check the next one. Oil counter ones. Oil counters. It's a 4/4 for 3 with the... yeah, I think that's still a good one. Nope, that's a good one. Serpent Blade Apprentice. Assailant, that's a good one. Unruly Catapult. Tapping at the window. Sweet Tooth. I'm getting rid of Sweet Tooth. I do love sagas, but Sweet Tooth I think is better off in a white deck. Let's see. Getting closer. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a number of embers equal to the amount of mana spent to cast that spell. If Smoldering has 7 or more, remove them to grave Smoldering for 4/4 Dragon. I'm gonna get rid of Tolls to Admirer. Let's see, what was Torch Tower? Bargain is Sacrifice. So let's get rid of Torch to Tower. So at 71, we're getting closer. of trying a Shigeki. One of them, not the whole thing. How's my deck looking? Oh, no, not the card sleeve. Where's my deck looking? Okay, so I have 22 creatures, 28 non-creatures, 20 lands. Let's get rid of tapping at the window. This one was, if one or more art counters will be put on an artifact or creature you control, that +1. And then if I pass that, 1/1 counter on a target artifact or creature you control as a sorcery. Yeah, no, I gotta keep that. Civic Gardener, get rid of 1. So we're down to 68. Okay. I'll get rid of Bushwhack. Searing Barb. Let's see. I like the Broshoju. Alright, for the moment I'm going to get rid of Capanda's Express. I don't think it's going to fit with whatever plan I'm looking at here. Let's see, Furlid Favor. It's the counters. The counters are literally like the saving grace for that one. Keeping a sorcery. Yep, that one too. Same for Samut. Social Climber is not bad. That's not bad. Crushing Canopy. Untap. Red Cap D. Flick a Coin. Chandra just to kill. Reduce the Exodermis Plummet. Artifact. Let's see. Mulch. Let's get rid of Mulch as much as that kills me. Let's see. Okay, humor me. I'm kind of at the let's get rid of those 2 lands. We have 18 lands. No, actually, I need those back. Where are they? Where'd they go? I need them. Yep, I need them. 18 lands terrifies me. The idea of like not being able to play something because I don't have lands is terrifying to me. In a 60 card deck, yeah. I'd rather get rid of Plummet. I have lots of reach creatures. I'm gonna get rid of Azusa's Many Journeys. That 3 health is handy, is really, really nice, but not a super big requirement. Let me see. I'll get rid of 1 Lightning Strike because that's where we're at. And lastly, Let's see. Red Cap Thief. Okay, so that is our 60 card deck. Red Cap Thief, I would love to create more treasure tokens, but it does seem like the deck I was kind of leaning toward doesn't seem to be very treasure token heavy kind of thing. So if I was creating a trope, I was like, I really want to focus on treasure tokens. Then I would do it accordingly. But this one feels more like I was trying to focus. I ended up trying to focus primarily on being able to get used to mana manipulation and whatnot, or land manipulation and getting it and being able to do that. So that's why I was like, okay, you know what? It's mostly treasure token focus. Let's go ahead and move to that. All right, so now we have new deck. I'm gonna name it with Take My Lands. Okay. Firefly reference. And what sleeves do I have that I want to do? I usually use my bear one, but I have some sleeves. I'm like, let's try something new. I do have the Jurassic one. I do. It's glorious. But this one doesn't feel quite Jurassic-y. Let's see. This one feels a little bit more... Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Not quite. Not quite. I don't even know what that is. Not quite that either. I do love the Jurassic ones though. You know, it feels like this. This is the feel of this deck. It is very much like less power, more, less kind of like, I don't know, not laze through it, but I definitely feel like, oh, I created this at early morning. Or something like that. Okay. So I'm going to switch to that sleeve, which I apparently did confirm. There we go. I was like, how do I confirm this? Okay. So that's Take My Love, Take My Land. Let's try it out, shall we? Which is its own kind of terrifying, but let's see what happens. Yeah. We're actually going to do, instead of bot play, which is what I usually would do, let's try an actual play. And if I don't get through the dailies, Drake will get me. Okay, so right off the bat, I have Tectonic Hazard, which is handy. 2, got 3, 2, and 2 with 2 forests. Alright, I'm not helpless. I'm gonna keep this one for now. Go from there. Hello. Civic Gardener. It's gonna attack me for 3, I'm gonna let him. Probably gonna try to take out Civic Gardener. Having of souls. Oh, it's a dinosaur. Holy mackerel, where did that even come from? for 3. What? Yeah, block. I don't even, seriously, because I was sitting there, I was like, I tapped it, creature type, mana, and then suddenly I have a 3 dinosaur? A 3 mana dinosaur that's worth 6? Let's see, when it attacks, well, you creature don't know to put a stun counter on it. I don't even know how we got to that point. This is turn, like, 3. It's not even an artifact. Okay. Well, the only thing I can do is... reach. I mean, sorry, I can play my archer, and that's what I've got. And... scry. Okay. Whenever Pugnacious Hammer's full attacks while you don't control another fighter, put a stun counter on it. Which is, if a permanent with a stun counter become untapped, remove 1 from it instead. Okay. And then pay 2 when you do a dinosaur gets equal. Okay, yeah. Alright, so... Vigilance, menace till end of turn. It has summoning sickness, so I can't do anything at the moment. I can just wait. Dang. Another Cavern of Souls? Okay, haste. Pay 2 when you do, a dinosaur equal targets another creature. Okay then. What can I do in place of that? I can... nothing, apparently, is what I can do to that. Interesting. Okay, so I legit have no idea what happened on that one, but I definitely noticed that dinosaur decks... I probably should have anticipated dinosaur decks to begin with. I don't think that's a pretty good representation of my deck, so let's go try it again and see if I can get a better idea of how my deck would play. Because I literally came up against, I don't even know what, or how, so we'll see. Okay, so I have 2 mountains, I have Strangle, which is handy, and then I have Grove Archer, Gallic Raiders, and whatnot. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and keep this, because at least I'm not helpless right off the bat, which is nice. That's cute. Battle Rebirth. Whenever an artifact or creature you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, put an oil counter on it. When you remove them, return card your creature from the battlefield. Okay. Okay, so... let's start off with... let's start off with Gallic Readers. It's early enough in the game where I don't have to, at least I hope I don't have to worry, I think, about being able to... what's the word? Have it destroyed unless they have like a destroy quick spell. I'm thinking, so we're gonna have 2 mana each. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna go ahead and plan for Flame Chandler and then go from there. I should be able to, if the case is necessary, use Strangle to be able to get there. Using no timeout. Okay. So with that, I will see how this works. So this goes to a creature. I can't attack the person apparently. So I'm going to go ahead actually instead and wait until I have a creature that they can attack. So I'm going to go ahead and cast this one. Miglaw's Maze Crusher again. And then see how this works. So this one I can put counter on Gallic Readers, or gain 2 life, or anything like that. So I'll put 1/1 counter on it. That way, at the very least, it's harder to take them out. Then I will attack for 2. When Grafted Butcher enters the battlefield, Fractured Control gains menace. So they don't have menace, or they don't have that, so that's okay. So I am going to first cast Flame Chandler. And then I am going to put another counter on the Gallic Readers. And then I'm going to deal 3 damage to Grafted Butcher, which will transform. And then, of course, whenever another artifact or creature controlled put into the graveyard, put an oil counter on that. Which I expected. I'm kind of waiting to see if I can draw the get rid of it card, because I need to. Let's go ahead and hit him for... Oh, here we go. Oh, I can't. I have to wait for 3. Alright, so next turn I can take out that artifact. But for now, I am going to use 2. Oh, I have to pay. Okay, I just can't. I have to pay for 2. I keep forgetting I have to use my mana. So I'm going to attack with everyone. Okay, so remember, gotta have mana in order to spend it. So it's 2 mana to be able to add the 2/2, and 3 mana to get rid of that artifact, which I'm going to need to do next turn. There's nothing in the graveyard that bad, I think, but at the moment, but at the same time, I don't want to have to deal with it later. That being said, I do like, after 3 turns when I have plenty of mana to do it, this is kind of nice. Whenever a spell controls deals damage, put a flame counter on it, exile the top card, play it that turn. That's not too bad, but also for a 3/3, that's not too shabby either. I think so. So next turn, I'm going to cast Unruly Catapult. Just because I kind of want to see it. combat damage and see how that plays out. That next turn, I would have gotten +1 life for 4 and go from there. I will say, I wish I had more time to cast some spells because I have my dailies to get through. Like, I'm glad I won, don't get me wrong. But I'm like, but I only casted like 2 spells. And I need to cast 30. Alright. Alright, I'll do one more. Just to kind of see if maybe I can get a better idea of my... like, now I know what I'm looking at in my cards. Maybe I can get a better idea of what my, what my cards can do in an actual combat situation. There are no mistakes, only happy accidents. Exactly. Or sometimes there's a mistake. Alright. Easy loss. Alright, I have 2 mana. Fang Shigeki, which is handy. Thrill of Possibilities, Smoldering Flame, Flame Channeler. Okay, so I have stuff to work with, and I'm not going to be stuck in a rut. I hope. With the 2 mana at least. Because I have 1 of each, so that's handy. Excuse me. Alright, so they're playing white so far. Okay, good. I am going to play green. Yo, relax, dude. If it attacks me, I'm going to let it hit me. They have flying. Now we have flying to deal with. That's totally fine. I did anticipate having possible flyers. Let's see. I won't be able to use that right away. So at the moment, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I am not going to use Thrill of Possibility. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to use Smoldering Egg. And I am not going to attack because they'll just take me out. I'll use Crushing Canopy next turn. Not that I like need to get rid of that, just that I can defend it if I can wait it out or can see what comes next. I could do Thrill of Possibility and just draw cards and then wait that out. But I think at this point now I need to. Okay, so what do we got? I'm gonna play a mountain. You gain 1 life for each creature on the battlefield. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. Oh, I'm not going to cast that right now. Let's see. This one is basic land cards. I can do Thrill of Possibility if I discard a card, which I don't want to at the moment. So I think my only path at the moment is to destroy Argive people blind. At the very least, so now I can get, yeah, now I can get some, you know, no attacks here. I can get some counters going. It looks like they're playing a solo white deck. Let's see. I am going to... Thank goodness they're playing only white. I was like, I'm gonna get hit by one. That's totally fine. Alright, so... Let's see. I still don't want to use Flame Chandler at the moment, but I don't want to... Man. I could use... You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and cast her now. And then... I'm not gonna discard a card because there's no real need to at the moment. Going to attack. Starting to look a little bad. Could use some of all those like destruction cards that I had all last time. All right. I want to block with that and just let one through, which is fine with me. All right, 2 blockers. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's see what we got. Let's see, basic land card. Okay, I'm gonna cast this, and I'm gonna put a counter on... They're all... I think I'll put my counter on Fang of Show. Wait. What am I looking for? How can I cannot? Oh my god, what just happened? Okay, I was like, where is it? Okay. I was really concerned for a second. I was like, where am I supposed to target? And I was like, target me. That's why. Okay. So now I'm going to attack. They're going to hit me really hard this turn in just a moment, so... Okay. Oh, they're not. Oh, alright. I don't know if this will work. I'm now testing out the waters here. This could bite me in the behind. Yep, it sure could. Okay, so if I'm reading this correctly, you gain 1 life for everyone on the battlefield. Present all damage that will be dealt by anyone with 3 or less. Right? 3 or less? I'm thinking? Okay, with a power of 3 or less. So if I block like this, and I don't really want to lose this creature, but I also don't want to get it for free. Alright, let me... No, okay, it didn't work at all. Okay, so I thought I would be... I don't know why I thought I could do this right off the bat. Because it's an instant spell. I should be able to cast it, I thought. So that's my embarrassing moment. Wait, didn't that one thing say that there are no mistakes, right? No mistakes, not one. Not a one, right? Right? It's like the one thing when I'm trying to learn how to cast instant spells when it's not my turn, it's kind of, it takes me a second. What is this? Why not? Nope. Nope. Alright. I still don't know if I'm doing this right. This instant spell. I might get rid of it just because I can't seem to use it correctly. So I can't use it at all, huh? What? I'm really confused. I'm like, so I can't use it as an instant in someone else's turn. I thought that instant meant at any point in the game you could summon it if you had the correct amount of mana to play. So now we're at the point where I might have to go up and look how instants work, which is mildly embarrassing. And the worst part about it is I have 4 more spells to get through for that one, like, 750 gold thing that I got going over there. Alright, I am going to play one more because I don't want to lose on a defeat like that. Because I really feel like something was amiss. I see no reason why I shouldn't have been able to play the horrible. Drake always tells me, it's like, you don't have to get upset when you lose. And I'm like, no, I do. I don't like losing. But at the same time, I'm also not like, what's it called? I'm not like, rage. So I'm like, I'm just confused, really. But at the same time, like I said, this is a learning experience. It's a brand new deck, and I'm really still not sure about half the stuff I'm using. So I have 3 lands. I have the defender, and I have some creatures to play. I'm gonna keep that. not gonna mulligan. Alright, so I'm gonna start off with Rugged Heights. Oh look, I'm doing the same thing I Alright, I'm gonna cast a mana here. I am going to give that's why I don't want to have sagas early. I have to have creatures on the field for most of them to work, you know? That's what I think anyway. Alright, at this point, I am not... I don't need to do that, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attack for 1. And we have the summon. Yep, that's what we were waiting for there. Okay. That's really only worth 3? Oh, players can't gain life. Interesting. No blocks. Alright, have another lamp. Let's see. Oh, this is an artifact or enchantment. I am going to go ahead and... When the creature dealt damage by this, we're going to die and exile instead. I am going to go ahead and take that one out. There. No attacks, because I don't want to afford to lose any at the moment. Oh, I was like, why is it telling me I can do stuff? I don't think I can. Aha! Well, that's gonna suck a lot. I think I got rid of that one. No blocks. I feel like I don't wanna lose a creature right off the bat. Does this work against that? Hold on, cancel. Yep. What's next? Yep. Not here with that. Then I'm going to go ahead. Let's see. I guess I can see how this vigilance ones work, because vigilance means it doesn't tap, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay. At the same time, I don't want to lose that creature, but it's like, Umbrath's Forge, create an X friction horror with trample and haste, where X is the number of oil counters on the forge. Okay. I want to get rid of that at some point. I need 3 mana to do anything though. just gonna block that one at the moment. It's gonna hit me really hard at the second, but not really much I can do at this moment. Yeah. I need the counters to get. I need the mana to be able to get rid of that artifact there. So one thing I'm gonna do first. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5. I need. This is 4. 3. I need to get rid of that. I'm not gonna attack. Let's see if I can get rid of something. Oh, good. Lovely. Yeah, I was just seeing that coming. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take out this one. If a source you control would deal amount of non-damage less than the power to an opponent, the source deals damage equal. When it dies, return to the battlefield transformed to that. Oh. That is not what I meant to do. Oh my god, I hit the wrong. Oh! I hit the wrong button. My trigger finger clicked too much. Oh, I wanted to cry. No, I can't block. Like, that's just not something I can do. I just can't.
Remember my first fight? Good thing it wasn't against me. You're no match for my students.
Well, I did get to learn a lot, and I definitely learned. Did you have fun in the match? I'm not answering that question because I did have fun, but I'm not happy about it. Did I at least get 4 spells? No, I did not. I got the one though with the 30 red, so it's something. I'll take it. I will take it, and I'll go from there. That being said, I appreciate you sticking around to hopefully watch it, and you can see like the novice moves of a beginner player kind of thing that's learning. But as the next sentence definitely says, Magic the Gathering, practice makes progress, and we progress to the point of at the very least having a deck, a red-green deck that I built with my own feels, with my own thoughts, with my own stream of conscious, and learned the weak points that I have inside of it. So I appreciate it, and I look forward to doing this again, hopefully with slightly more victories, and or at the very least completing my dailies without one to spare. As always, thank you all very much, and I look forward to I hope forward to playing this again for you soon. Have a great and wonderful day. As always, stay safe.